Alright, this is going to be a Ducktales bad ending speedrun for the prototype. Now, I'm not going to talk too much before this, because if I screw up, I just got to delete the entire video and try again anyway. Since I don't edit any of my stuff, I simply record it and upload it. So I'll try to talk while I'm doing this, but later on I'm not going to be able to talk too much besides to myself, so I can do a whole shitload of math and stuff in my head. So, without further ado, I'm going to play on easy, not because I need to take lots of damage, but because there's already so many things that can go wrong in this run. So, let's start. 1, 2, 3, go! Alright. So after I did the bad ending speedrun on the regular version of Ducktales that got released, I thought it'd be fun to go back and do the prototype version. I figured, hey, the game's pretty much exactly the same, you know. It's not, there's just some graphical differences. It won't be that different. Well, boy was I wrong. Because speedrunning the prototype at doing the bad ending is the bane of my existence, because I find it extremely difficult to do. Like, it's not hard to just do it regularly if you want to wait on the boss, like whatever, but to do it as quickly as possible is extremely difficult. When I first started doing this, my rate of failure was about 90%. I'm gonna not talk for a second. Fuck. Oh, shit. Good, yeah. Yeah, okay. But yeah, when I first started this, my rate of failure was about 90%. Now that I've done it quite a few times, I'm down to probably about 25% failure. Just because there's just so many things that can go wrong in the speedrun for the prototype. Now you might be wondering why I'm collecting diamonds. Well, I found that collecting diamonds throughout the levels is actually the fastest way to get the bad ending in the prototype. Because if you run it the way that I ran the last one, the actual released version, it doesn't work. Because in this game, everything gives you a lot less points than in the actual released version. Instead of like giving me thousands for the timer, it's going to give me hundreds. Like it'll give me 4,100 instead of 41,000. And that just makes everything worse doing all this math in my head. Because doing the speedrun for the other game wasn't too bad, because really the only thing you had to worry about was the timer for your score, because you just didn't want to collect diamonds, it all just mattered what the timer did. In this, not only do I have to worry about the timer, but I also have to worry about collecting diamonds, and I have to worry about doing the RNG at the end, and I have to worry about planning it so that I can end quickly enough, just like the last one. So this one is extremely difficult. I'd love to see any of you guys try it and actually try to do it quickly. Because, yeah, you know, a lot of places think that the bad ending, you know, might have been used earlier in development or whatever. Well, if they're going by, you know, it'd have to be earlier than in this prototype, because I find it to do it in this prototype to be way more difficult than in the actual released version. And that at least leads me to believe that it was never going to be easy to get in the first place, and it was always going to be something that was pretty much an Easter egg, an old school Easter egg. Okay. Now I'm going to do the levels a little bit out of order now. Yeah, and if this didn't take so long to count down the points, I think this run would actually be faster than the other run. But it takes longer to count down the points in this version. Besides that, anybody who's played a lot of Ducktales, you're going to notice a few graphical differences, like on that ghost house. You know, all the names of the stages are different, but on the ghost house, oh, there's actually crosses instead of the RIP, which pretty much any old school gamer is going to know that that's because of Nintendo of America's censorship back in the day. Couldn't have religious symbols or any of that shit. Alright, now I skipped the underground just because I'm going to go back to it. Oh wow, I missed a diamond that I needed. That's not good, but whatever. I'm just going to have to pray for the RNG a little bit more at the end then. Oh, I just missed another one. Great, whatever. Oh, this isn't going quite right, but that's okay. It could still work. I'm just going to have to do a little more RNG at the end. Which it actually seems like you can manipulate it as long as you keep going back and forth fast enough. Oh, But yeah, right after this level, I'm not sure how much more I'm going to be able to talk, because I got to start paying attention to the score, the timer, and what I have above the HP. Because it starts to get extremely complicated and convoluted, and I'd try to explain it, but I don't even think I could. If somebody asks me how this works, I just have to give them a shoulder shrug and say, I don't know. Because for real, I mean, this is just too complicated to even explain exactly how this works. That's a 7, and if I get another 5, that's going to be a 2. Since I'm going to end the slug with a 5. So I want to get 2 of these, because I want to end with a very specific hundreds digit for the moon stage, just to make it easier on myself. Yeah, and as I was saying earlier about how everything gives you less points, the health code actually takes less points too. In this version it takes 70,000. And that's the problem with just speedrunning the game straight to the end and doing everything as fast as possible without collecting double that, is you end up with too many points once you get to the rat that you have to wait. And I actually had to wait for 140 for the timer on the rat the first time I did this. And I counted it. It took 6 minutes and 37 seconds to wait for the timer after I actually beat the rat. And that was just way too long of sitting there. So I figured there's gotta be a better way. And hopefully this is gonna work. I missed a couple of the diamonds I really wish I would have got on the Himalayas, but that's okay. I got a 600 for my hundreds digit. That's the most important thing for me, because it makes the math that I need to do right now a lot easier. And I'm actually going to take some intentional damage so that I can minus off the 70,000 so that I can actually do the math easier in my head. Because if you don't like doing math in your video games, which who does unless you're playing Math Blaster or Attack of the Troubles or some shit, but yeah, there's tons of math if you're going to try to do the bad ending quickly. Now I'm going to take damage right now because I don't know what I need without taking damage. Okay, I need 48,000, no, 40,000, okay. I need 42,000, because I want to end with exactly 54,600. So, what did I just say? 42,000. You don't need to go up here, but it's right there, so I'm also going to go over to the left and get that one that's right there, because these guys usually always give you the diamonds, especially this fuck nugget too. And since I'm already here, I'm going to go way over there again. Oh wait, no, I'm going to go back. That's 40,000 plus. I'm pretty sure I got it right, 42,000. I don't know, that's the huge problem, is that I got to sit here and do this, try to manipulate the RNG, try to plan when I'm going to beat the boss, and try to get my exact number, and do tons of math with thousands numbers, and all this other crap, dude. It's really hard, and to be quite honest, I don't really like doing the speedrun for the prototype version. I love doing it for the NES version, because the game itself is way too easy, and it's more fun to do the bad ending, because it's a little bit different. And it's cool that to do the bad ending for this is different than the other one, so that it's not just the exact same run that I already did, but it's just way too difficult, and the rate of failure is too high. But yeah, if I would have got those diamonds on the Himalayas that I completely spaced out on, this would have been a little bit faster, and I wouldn't have had to have gone back and forth on them for as much. Now that should be 54,600, which is exactly what I want. Okay, I think yeah. Because this is my first attempt, so if I can get it on the first attempt, this is going to be fantastic for me. I know you guys could give a fuck how many times I attempt this, but I don't edit my videos, so if I fuck up, I gotta, like, say everything all over again a bunch of times. And I'm not a big fan of that. Now I want to end on 540. If you do it quick enough, you can end on 550, but I like to give myself some extra time, just for safety. Because there's, like I've said quite a few times now, there's already so many things that can go wrong with the prototypes. Oh my god, what the fuck? That's okay. Oh, this should be perfect. 70,000 on the dot. That is awesome, because this is my first try. 60. Yeah, that's perfect. That's great, because this is my first try. Sweet. That is awesome. I know you guys give a fuck if it was my first or 50th. Yeah, this shit takes a lot longer in this version. And if it didn't take this long, I think this speedrun would be faster than the regular game. So now we gotta wait for him to throw all the shit, too. And the screen, oh, the screen probably doesn't flash until the thing comes up. Yeah. Sweet, 70,000. Wow, first try. That is great. Fuck yes. And I actually did this run a lot better than my other run. It actually seemed like I'm kind of competent at Ducktales. I still fucked up on the bosses, but that's because I'm just not that great at doing the bosses. No, I should have taken some damage earlier, but I forgot to do that too. But usually Dracula or Duckula, whatever, always hits you, so it's fine. Yeah, right here he's gonna hit me again, just like in the other run I did. Hopefully it goes to the left again, too. Fuck yes! Yes, and it's gonna be exactly the same. Wow, I got the awesome pattern again. Yes! It's gonna be perfect again. Wow. Wow. Yes, dude. That was as perfect as, like, Duckula can be. Like, period. Ah, sweet. No, I don't know what the time is, because I don't know how long I talked at the beginning, but time. Yes, that was awesome. Oh, yes. Now this right here is a little bit different too, because he scrolls slower. It still looks horrible, but he scrolls over slower. Scrooge has no money left. However, the 5 treasures obtained by him were so marvelous that everyone in the world celebrated with him. Congratulations! And then we got total money with 2 N's. Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Uncle Scrooge, it's great that you've gotten the treasure. Uncle Scrooge. There really is more important treasure than this. That is. 10 seconds later. Dream and Friends. End. Now I wonder why they changed that. Dream and Friends seems, like, grammatically correct. That seems like things that people say. Alright, thanks for watching. Take it easy.